Good morning, everyone. I'm your fashionably fierce host, Sabria Williams. I am a social work major hailing from Newside, Alabama, and today we're going to be focusing on my PowerPoint project from the Louisiana Slave Database. So we're going to zoom in here so I can make sure that you get a clear reading and a clear focus of everything. So an overview of the introduction. This research will be talking about data provided by the Louisiana Slave Database. For some of you who don't know, the Louisiana Slave Database contains 107,000 entries of enslaved people in the Louisiana area between the years 1719 and 1820. This lovely database was founded by Dr. Gwendolyn Hall and was later published in one of her journal entries. So the Louisiana Slave Database, just to give you a more fluent background. So the Louisiana Slave Database was broken up into plenty characteristics for the slaves. So some slaves are categorized by region, race, religion, the skill they performed, whether or not they were crippled or injured. The method that I used to get the data from my graphs and to be able to produce this lovely project was I took the data from the Louisiana Slave Database, ran it through this software called SPSS, and from there I chose 5 variables, but only 3 we'll be talking about today, and the information and the data I have gotten from those graphs. So to look at the lovely graphs, the first graph we're going to be focusing on and just do a brief overview about is African region. The slaves, they were stolen or kidnapped, whichever term you want to use, from different regions in Africa, and from there I just showed the percentages of how many of the slaves, like what percent of the slaves were taken from those regions. The second pie, which is a pie chart, is the race of the slaves. Not all slaves enslaved in Louisiana or in the country as a whole was of African descent. Some of them were Indian, some of them were quote unquote listed as mulatto, which is basically a Caucasian and African child, but that would be classified as biracial, but they gave them the term mulatto, meaning mutts. For the other sideways bar graph, which I like, it added a little creative touch, it shows percentages of the skills performed by the slaves, but I chose the least skills performed because these skills were rather not needed, or they couldn't grasp the concept of performing those skills. For the conclusion of this, basically going back over, this is the Louisiana Slave Database. The information in my project talks about race, region, and skills performed by the slaves, and showing you the percentages and basically how to use the SPS software and the Louisiana Slave Database to produce professional graphs. Also up here at the top, I included a map of Africa and its countries, and then over here to the side I have a map of Nigeria, which is a place that I want to go. And if you wanted to check out the article produced by the scholarly journal produced by Dr. Gwendolyn Hall, the title of it is right here in my reference section, and it's called the Afro-Louisiana History and Genealogy. So I advise you to go check that out, learn some more, get skilled, get educated. And you guys, this is the end of my project and my lecture video. Please comment and let me know what you think.